don't let me spoil the fun,
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it at all. Now, over the weekend, you have been in the news. I'm sure that is why we are talking. We have been discussing our business, but not on air. But today, we've decided to discuss our business on air so people outside can also understand us. Over the weekend, you have been in the news for taking thugs to hijack one of your artists, one of your own artist's car. And I believe this is something we would need to let the public understand that what is happening. How can an artist manager send thugs to hijack his own artist car? I don't know how you would want to explain this to the public, because whatever you are saying is the position of Xylophone Media. And again, let me even announce this before you come in, because I'm still part of the communication team. Due to that incident, our transport manager is really in hot waters. Just this morning, he received a letter of sack, and I believe it is something we need to investigate. Maybe if we can even plead for him, we can plead for him.
I feel so bad. I saw the news. I felt so bad.
I also got it the moment I landed. I just received a call from top that the transport manager has received a letter because of that incident. But
I think administratively, but like you said, we all need to, because he's our colleague as well, we all need to put hands together and see how we can help the situation.
Exactly. So that is one point there. So take us through it. How did it happen? What happened?
Okay, so basically, let me put it this way. We had agreed, my office and the Beam Nation office had agreed to park the official car over the week, and we had a deadline for Saturday afternoon.
Last Saturday,
yes, on the day of the event. And so by 12, they were supposed to bring the car to the pool for the transport manager to take over. And that was an agreement we both reached. I can't go into the matter that made us reach that agreement.
Okay.
But if as we go along, if it has to be spoken, I'll speak about. But there was an agreement from my office as A&R to the Beam Nation office to park the Sonata. That's our signature car.
Okay. So the official car you are talking about here is the Hyundai Sonata.
Yes.
So you agreed with Stonebwoy's management, as in the team, Stonebwoy's team, that they should come and park the official car.
Yes.
But they are working with the car, so why do you want them to park it?
So that's what I'm saying. Good. We had reached an agreement. And I don't know if we're there yet for me to...
No. We can't go. We can't say we won't go there because they are working with the car.
Yeah, but
so artist manager, you saying they should come and park the car? Why should they come and park the car?
So, Brass, like my point is that if I'm allowed to speak, I need to be speaking from, and I'm going to speak from an official position. But you see, I don't have all the facts on the table as I speak to be able to delve into that particular agreement because we spoke. And we've spoken severally, and we all came to that agreement.
Okay.
You understand?
You mean you don't want to divulge all the details that brought us to park your car?
Exactly. Because you see, there are a lot of reasons why we'll park a car. Now, I drive a company car myself. Occasionally, the transport, and it's in a structure that, maintenance for every 3 months. We need to come, renewals, everything company takes care of the car for us. You understand? So the transport manager, I'm sure you've received some of these letters from the transport manager that come and park your car, But in this instance, fine, the car had reached is due for servicing and all that. But that wasn't the discussion I was having with, was part of the discussion, and other official duties why we all agreed we wanted to park the car.
Okay.
You understand? So I don't want to say specifically that we wanted him to park the car because we needed to take care of the car, and there were other matters to it. And I don't know if I'm allowed as I speak to go to that matter.
Until we bring out the other matters, I'm not sure your explanation will land well. Because...
Okay, so let me say this. Publicly, we all know there's some sort of a friction between the Stonebwoy's office and my office, or I'll say Stonebwoy's team and Xylophone.
That is those rumors that started running.
So I don't want to feed into those rumors. I don't know if I'm allowed now to officially speak on it, because it's an issue that is still
being discussed.
And I've listened to the Stonebwoy office. I've actually listened to Stonebwoy yesterday, and he spoke well. He didn't even go into the matter, you know. So for me, it would be unprofessional on my part to speak on the matter, you know. But all I'm trying to say is we agreed that they needed to park the car.
Okay,
that's what I'll say for now. Because if I go into the matter, then really, what is my, you know, I'm supposed to be guarding the matter. Yes, the artist is my artist as well. You know, the company is my company, and this is my company business. You know, I don't have to put it out there like that, because we're on radio. So I can't divulge those information. But we had agreed, we had reached an agreement that we will park the car 12 noon at the office premises
on Saturday.
On Saturday, yes.
So, according to reports outside and those social media comments and postings, that you sent tax. That was the many headlines we read. That was how it was written. That BullDog and tax. BullDog. Who were those tax?
Okay, so let me now go into that particular matter. So on Saturday, all my artists were supposed to perform, from Stonebwoy to Obibini, Kumi Guitar, Joyce Blessing, and Becca, and Shatta as well. You know, but Shatta was supposed to be a surprise. You know, and I, based on agreement, even the students didn't know Shatta was going to come. It's just that because we're having this discussion, I want to put it in there. So the business office spoke to Team Stonebwoy, you know, and that's what we do. Business will reach out to the offices in charge and speak to them, and we had agreed they will come and perform. My duty on that night at the LEGON campus is to make sure that all my acts have arrived safely, with my production, security team, everybody. So I went there to oversee
their performances.
Now, when I got there, I think I met my colleagues. I had gone there a little bit later. At the time I realized my team was going, I also moved in. So when I got there, my team had complaints, because we were sponsors on the show, and they said there are banners and everything, and paraphernalias have been pulled.
I've actually, you know, I was not there. I was in Ho doing other businesses, and I've seen a video of some young people pulling xylophone branded products outside the stage. That is what you witnessed.
Yes. You know, when I got there, the things were down already. They were down.
And did you ask? Did you inquire?
Yes, I asked.
And what report were you giving?
My team, the event office, said CD, that Stonebwoy's manager, had instructed that all these things be removed. If not, Stonebwoy will not come on the show. Now let me.
All the xylophone
material should be
taken off the stage
before he comes on stage. Let me give a little background before the night of the event.
Okay.
So Stonebwoy was booked through Zylofone. Obviously, he's an artist. Okay. And we have a product called Zylofone Cash, which we're selling. And as part of what we do in good spirit and whatever, all our artists are helping us push the
Zylofone Cash.
Exactly. So any opportunity we get, we need to shout it out. So I spoke to when the call came from business that they spoken to business, spoken to the Stonebwoy office.
Stonebwoy's team, yeah.
Yes. I was concerned based on issues I don't want to go into now. So I spoke to Team Stonebwoy through management and said, oh, this is what we're looking at doing on the day. We want to push.
A business has been booked.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, business will speak business.
Okay.
But I was concerned about the brand.
Oh, okay.
And the brand positioning. So I made a phone call on brand positioning, you know, and spoke to the manager and said, you know, on that day we're pushing the brand, we're pushing our product actually. And I wanted to just go over what we'll be doing with the product on stage, what we're looking at doing.
Okay.
So we need to share ideas on how we're going to
do it.
Exactly. So he said I should hold on and that he needs to speak to Stone and get back to me. So he got back to me later and said, Stone says he does not want to push the xylophone, anything or what.
Did he say he did not want to perform or he did not want to push the xylophone cash?
He wants to perform, but he doesn't want anything to do with the xylophone product. That's xylophone cash.
Oh, and why? Is he not part of the brand? Have you terminated his contract?
No, I haven't. And that's why I don't want to go into the matters leading to that. Because if I open that chapter, I need to go into it. So I'm telling you what happened. Okay. Maybe at another time, we'll go into the matter. But I want to speak on what happened. So I said, whoa, like you're asking me, I knew I had a background of why that response. So I said, okay, cool. But are you still cool to perform? He said, oh yeah, the performance that they'll do. I said, well, let's leave it at that. So business also reached out to me with the same complaint. I said, oh, I've spoken to team Stonebwoy. So it's all right, let them perform. Now, you should know that I look out for the artist and the company as well. Now, if Stonebwoy goes to perform, being booked through me as xylophone, I still make my money. Now, I might have issues with him not projecting my product, but I'm not worried at that particular point because he needs to feed. I also need to feed. There are bills we need to pay. So I said, let's go ahead and do it. So we're all on it. So business was worried a little bit. I'm like, oh no, let it play out like that. God, let's
do the show and forget about the other materials.
Yes. There will be others who will push it as well. So don't worry about it. Let them go and do it. So I said, cool. We all agreed on that. Then I think this conversation happened maybe on a Wednesday or Thursday. So I think Friday or Saturday, business got back to me and said, they had a call from
Team Stonebwoy.
No. From
the organizers. Okay.
That
that's the Lehman Hall
people that Stonebwoy says he's not performing
anymore,
and that they received an official call from Stonebwoy's team, and that's from City, telling them that they are not coming to the show. So the flyers doing the rounds are false. So the students demanded their money. So business was asking, what do we do? Because really, it's on my table, it's on my desk. And I didn't want to go back again to City. Or I think I tried, but I didn't get through. But I understood where they were coming from. An artist can decide to decline a show at the last minute. They have their own reasons. So I respected that as well. So I told business, for us not to look bad as a company, return the money, refund. Yes, I mean, Stonebwoy isn't coming, so refund the money. So they acted upon my instruction, and they gave the money out
to the organizers of the event. That's the Lehman Hall.
Yes, so I'm sure it was in the morning or the evening of Friday.
Okay.
So when Saturday morning, I think Saturday afternoon around that area, I heard rumors that Stonebwoy was performing at that show. So I said, whoa, it's good for us. It means he had a change of heart and he wants to do the performance. So I didn't bother. I had a lot of things right now. I had to come to work,
Did you then check from the business whether...
Good. So I went back to business and said, the guy is performing, so what happened? He says, no, it is not through us. I said, how? He said, oh, they've given out the money already, and they don't know how these guys are back on the show. So I think business and events made a little bit of inquiries and they realized that Stonebwoy's team had gone to take the money that we had paid them off. Paid to the students. They've gone to take the money back and they say they'll perform. For me, I felt a little bit...
so in my understanding, they did not want the booking through Xylophone Media.
Yes. And they wanted the booking to come to them directly. And in my books, that's breach of contract. You understand? My artists don't go and take a show without my knowledge. I have to know about it. I own a percentage. I actually have to receive the money and pay them off. You understand? So I said, don't worry. I mean, it's in that day. There's nothing we can do. Let it go. Because for peace to reign, some of these things you need to. So let it go. And we didn't have a problem. So everybody, I said, ease up, let's do this. So on the evening, now be mindful that during the the
back and forth.
Yes, transport is also giving me a headache. That big man, you say they go park the car, can't park the car. So bro, I beg, I go get back to you because I'm speaking to my people. You understand? So I'll get plenty things. Say no, bro, me too, my work that, so don't spoil my work. And I understood him from where he was coming from. So back and forth, and we met in the evening. I met the whole team. I'm sure transport was there as well. Then business events told me, they said we should remove whatever, because Kumi, looking at the
arrangements.
The arrangements. If I know for sure, and I do, events will put Joyce first because she's gospel. Then Obibini might come, then Kumi will come, then maybe a Becca will come before a Stonebwoy.
And Shatawale.
Yeah, Shatawale. You understand? That's in that order. So when I got there, I said, but my people are still in the car. So before all these things went down, how come they've not performed? Because, why? They said, no, Stonebwoy wants to go on stage before all of my acts. You understand? And I'm like, oh, this is unfair. Because if something, let them do their performances. When they finish, you can actually get all the things off like you wanted to, so that you do your performance without us there. But to block my artist and say you want to mount the stage first and all that, when you do that and the crowd disperses, so I was looking from artistic
point of view.
And so I reached out to City and said, oh boss, the way they move, go help, but we all with family at least. He said, oh no, he doesn't even know about the pulling and tearing down of the banners and everything and that. He doesn't even know. I'm saying, and that's what the organizer. So I think at the time he was also in a hurry. He needed to make sure Stone will come on stage, and he was doing his work. So I think we couldn't finish the matter, so he left and went on the stage. Now when he was on the stage, I realized they were checking their whatever, and I realized that the MC of the show was wearing a zylofone cast t-shirt as well. Removed the t-shirt and wore it, like inverse. Like
the MC removed the xylophone t-shirt he was wearing,
and he had to inverse it, turn it inside out.
Wow.
Exactly. Because
again from the instructions of somebody.
Yes. So I'll say City. Let me just say City. Because City was on stage.
No, the reason why I also said somebody is that I've also spoken to City, and he tells me he didn't know